Everybody, this is Big O again. Today I'm going to replace the actuator lock thing on my O2 Trailblazer, and I got this from Amazon for like, it's an original AC Delco part. Yeah, and you can get the cheaper ones for like maybe 15 bucks, 20 bucks. This one was almost 30, including shipping. So I'd rather have the original AC Delco than, you know, bullcrap. But that's just me. But to start off with, you have to take off the trim here, and there's clips that go here. There's like a clip here and like a clip here somewhere. What you got to do is you got to get a little screwdriver and carefully wedge in there and pop it off, you know, because if not, the clips will break, and these are like $5-10 bucks to replace. Once you do that, take that off, chunk it somewhere. Then there's a little plate here that you take off too. This little plate here. Now this was already damaged. I didn't do this. The previous owner did that. But the little plate goes there. You carefully loosen the sides of it first and pop that out. And then this here is you got to take these two bolts off. This size is at the 7mm. Might need a little extension to get in there, right? So I'll show you here in a moment what I'm talking about. After removing those two bolts, you're gonna carefully start wedging using your fingers. I start from this side, you know, grab it here and use some force to pull this back. But don't just yank it off, because sometimes there's connectors there in the back that'll can break, you know. So just get at least some of it off like this, and then start seeing, you know, looking in there where to go. These are clips that hold on to the body. These can come off. You can put those back on. See, this is a clip right here. That's what you use when you smash this thing back in. It'll hold it in place. So that's what we're fighting against to get these out. You know, we're pushing against the car that way. So that's what you pretty much do. See, you just very carefully pull on this. You know, I don't have my assistant today, so see, pulling gradually. Oh, and the bitch fell. But I'm holding on to it, so it didn't completely fall. So you see this cable? That's the cable I was talking about. You got to be careful that you don't pull on it too hard, because you can break all that shit off. So let me pause this thing and so I can get situated here. Okay, so I had to get on a bucket to get better access here. So I'm sitting on the bucket. Basically, we're trying to get back here, right? You gotta disconnect this cable here. It's mine is pink, and it's like a push type, so I'm gonna get a screwdriver to push that in. Step 2, after loosening off all that stuff, all those clips or whatever, you're gonna have to loosen this, which is like the armrest thing, the door handle armrest thing. So this is held on by 7mm bolts, or little bolts, those, and they go back here. Probably should have. It was very hard to record this because I'm only person here, and but anyways, so see, they go back here. 2 of them go here, 2 of them go over there, 1 of them goes here. So the 7mm that allows you to get access to that cable. Now you can get to that cable, but it's really hard to remove because there's a clip in there. Oh, wait a minute, motherfucking piece of shit. Alright. See? That thing is hard to get to because there's this thing right here, so I can't just pull it straight down. But now I have clearance to move the switch out the way. See? I'm moving the switch out the way, so I can just pop this switch out, and it'll give me all the clearance I need to remove that. So I pushed this from the inside here. I pushed out, and it just pops out. See? So it pops out, and now I'm able to put a little screwdriver there, just gently pop that out, and then I can take this whole big ass trim panel out the way. Okay, so I took the switch off, took the trim off, and then I took that little armrest thing off. So now we're left with the door. Another step I forgot to say is make sure you roll the window up and give you access to the actuator. So you might have to follow some of these cables here and to find this thing, but it's back here. So yeah, we'll go from there. All right, next step is you're gonna have to remove the door handle. Now that one has rods coming to it, because that's what, you know, moves the lock over here. So you're gonna have to take that off. Once you take that off, behind it there's the rods. You'll see them. You'll gently remove those rods from that, and those rods will hang, you know, willy-nilly. So once you do that, then we're gonna have to go up under here. Oh, but it's hard. When I have my assistant, it'll be easier to see. But we'll go under there, and where these rods go, there's two of them that go all the way to the door over here. We'll disconnect them from over there as well. I'm gonna have to like park on the grass because there's gravel here. So sit on the ground and do that. But I'll show you guys what I'm talking about when I get to that. But yeah, this can take about maybe an hour or two if you go steady. So let's keep going forward. Alright, so next is, after loosening this bolt here, it's 10mm bolt. This comes loose. You have to, the way it's set up in there is it's like that, right? So you gotta slide it to the right and then it comes out. See, it's got the little hooks in there. See, slide it to the left and it's good. And you just bolt it down. Unbolt it, slide it to the right, get out. Now, on this side here, this shit right here, you got to, it's got these like hex screws or whatever they're called, star screws or whatever. So I have a little set of those. I've used these plenty of times, surprisingly. So I would recommend getting some. I bought these at Harbor Freight. They were like $5-10 maybe. I don't know. It was like 1, 2, 3, 6 of them, 5 of them. I don't know. But I use them a lot of times. So I'm gonna loosen this up, slide it down that way, give me more clearance over here with this cable so I can unhook it. It's got a lot of grease on there. I don't know why somebody put grease on it, but maybe over greased it. But we'll go from there. Alright, so next is, after loosening this bolt here, it's 10mm bolt. This comes loose. You have to, the way it's set up in there is it's like that, right? So you gotta slide it to the right and then it comes out. See, it's got the little hooks in there. See, slide it to the left and it's good. And you just bolt it down. Unbolt it, slide it to the right, get out. Now, on this side here, this shit right here, you got to, it's got these like hex screws or whatever they're called, star screws or whatever. So I have a little set of those. I've used these plenty of times, surprisingly. So I would recommend getting some. I bought these at Harbor Freight. They were like $5-10 maybe. I don't know. It was like 1, 2, 3, 6 of them, 5 of them. I don't know. But I use them a lot of times. So I'm gonna loosen this up, slide it down that way, give me more clearance over here with this cable so I can unhook it. It's got a lot of grease on there. I don't know why somebody put grease on it, but maybe over greased it. But we'll go from there. Alrighty, so I used a T30 bit. T30. This is a T30. Remove those 3 bolts there, and now this whole thing is loose. See, Goose got it loose. Gone on patrol. You see that? It's loose, right? So you see, it's connected all the way over there. You see? Okay, so now that gives me wiggle room. Now this thing still has power on there, so we still got to be careful and not start yanking shit all the way. So there's a clip here. I want to be able to see it. I don't have my assistant here today. So you carefully disconnect this little clip here, give me more wiggle room. So I'll do that in a minute, but that's what you have to do. And then that way, see, I have more room here to outstretch this to give me clearance to disconnect these here. Once I can disconnect these here, I'll just pull this whole thing straight out, through the bottom, through here. I'll pull this whole rod out. So I have to disconnect it here first. So then, I know I said first, don't steal my word. Get these rods out, go through here, angle this here. I'm not gonna disconnect this side until I get it out here, you know what I'm saying? Like get it out in the open, because if I disconnect it in there, you know, I can't see nothing. It's hard to reconnect them back, so we gotta take them out. You know, in some cars you could just re-hook them back just like that without having to take this off, but not in this one. So I'll get to it in a moment. You'll see what I'm talking about. Okay, so I have to switch recording devices, but in here, you see that clip right there? I'm gonna have to zoom in. That clip right there was holding the door handle rod. It's hard to get in here. I don't know if you can see it. Well, that was holding it's a clip that holds the rod that connects to the door handle. You have to remove that to get that little rod loosened so you can take the rest out. It's hard to take that clip off. I used a flathead screwdriver and put it under the tip of that rod and popped it up. There's like you see that little clip in the middle, the square hole? Well, that is you would put a screwdriver in from the I guess the left side of that hole. Like, fuck, I'm trying to reach it without. Well, see, where's my screwdriver? If I can reach it, I'll show you. Anyways, it's the hardest thing I've ran into yet. Okay. Is this bitch still ain't reach? Where the fuck is it? Okay, where's my? You see the screwdriver, right? Okay, I popped it in right there. See? Right there, boom, and it popped out. Sometimes you can go under, like under here, and pop it in from the middle. Sometimes those break, so you gotta be careful with that. So then we continue on this fucked up journey, and we start pulling this thing back. So let me zoom out so you can see better. I don't have my assistant here today, sorry. Let's see. I'm right-handed, so I'm trying to do a left-handed thing here. So I'm pulling with my right hand. As you can see, this whole thing came off. Here's the device we're trying to mess with. All the wires are still on there. And here's the power connection. You can see it. It's right there. We're gonna disconnect that power connection. I guess you can see it better through here now. See? All the crap we're dealing with. Okay, that's even better now. Okay. Okay. Alright, sorry about that. Okay. There's a power connection. See, you have to disconnect that. It's routed throughout here. I disconnect that. Then all these rods are out, invisible. I'll disconnect the rods here, which are over here. See? That's why we have to disconnect this to give us the slack to pull this out. Now, once I get these little rods here taken out, see, like this yellow one, and then the white one, I gotta take those off so I can take out this whole actuator thing, agamajiga. So we'll go from there, alright? Stay tuned. One thing I forgot to mention was that there's two connectors back here. I took one off, and there's another one back there. I don't know if you can see it, but it's back there. You can see it from here. Mother fracker. There it goes. You see the connector? Oh, you might not be able. Okay, get the fuck out the way. It's right behind the blue one. Shit. Son of a biscuit. Okay, there we go. You see it now? There goes the connector. Out of the way, bitch. Out of the way. There we go, see? So you just carefully unhook this. And, you know, do your thing. And we'll keep going from there. Alright, y'all, so I don't know of any other way to take these off except for breaking the clip. So this one's the yellow one. The yellow one goes on the bottom. The yellow cable, the yellow rod goes on the bottom, see? This goes on the bottom. So I don't know any other way of taking these off and breaking them. But I do have replacements here. So they came with the thing. So yeah, that's the only way I know how to take them off, is to break the shit out of them. So the top is white. Top is white, the bottom is yellow, and so you don't want to keep these in there because they'll rattle. So I'll take these out. So you gotta do that. Then once that comes, I can take the whole thing out, and we'll go from there. I have to keep pausing because I don't have my helper today. All right, so this is once we get those two little rods out. I kept a little bit of the plastic on this one to remind me that's the white one, and then the bottom one goes here, which is the I know it's hard to see, there's no light. There goes the white cable, and then the yellow cable goes on the bottom, right? Yeah, of course. So yellow bottom, white top. I like the sound of that. So then we get over here and we got to take off a little bit more of this stuff here. Basically the actuator, the new one, goes here. I'm gonna see, maybe I can do this. Okay, so you see how these two go? This is the new one, that's the old one. So what we're gonna have to do is take apart this thing here to put the new one in there. So we're gonna need those stars again. I think that might be a T3, Terminator 3. But yeah, I think it is a T3. So we'll take that off and then put the new one in there, and it hooks. So there's like a little plastic thing that it hooks onto. Let me just gently put this away, and it goes here. See, right there. That's where that goes. You see it? Yep, fits right in there. So we'll get to that point in a minute, babe. All right, so these are a T9. T9. I bought this at this set of screwdrivers at Sears. Sears sent me free stuff. And here, these two, there and there, are the ones you're gonna take off to get the. Oh, don't start taking off all kinds of shit. Just those two there. See, this one and that one, that one and that one. These two. Okay. All right. Okay. So once you remove those two things, this thing just pretty much falls out. The little plastic thing here goes here. See? Let's zoom in so you can see it better. So it goes there. See? This thing here goes there. This is the old one. This is trash. So don't lose those two screws. Here somewhere. So here's the piece without it. This is the piece that goes to the door. This is where the door locks. See? That's where your door hits on the outside and locks. And then when you do the handle and stuff, that's what, when you do the power locks or whatever, it sends power to this. You know, one way it sends power to unlock or lock, and the other one sends power through your command, your your locks at the driver's side and stuff like that. So one's for the driver's side and stuff, and one's for the truck to actually do its thing. You know, I don't know how the thing works exactly, but you know. So anyways, we'll put the new one on there. Where is the new one? Oh yeah, safely. This little light, man, has been great. Got it at Harbor Freight. It's magnetic. It's like stuck on there. Yes, Harbor Freight sent me new stuff. All right, I'm gonna try and figure out how to put this thing so you can see me. Let's see. There's a lot of tools here. Okay, now close this. Get that. Holy fuck. Alright. Do it like this. Alright. I don't know what that weird thing is that just popped up. I don't know if you guys are seeing that or not. But my LCD screen just started acting weird. Huh. Anyways. Okay, anyway, so, still recording? Yeah. Anyways, so there's a new piece. And look at this old piece. Hook it up like this. There we go. It's really easy though. Just can't. There we go. It goes like that. Okay. Everything gets in the way, I swear to God. Alright. Okay, here we go. New piece. Actual stuff that doesn't work. Electrical stuff. Like this. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Alright. Two-sided holes go in the back, see? They go like that. And boom. This hooks up right there. Kind of hook it over there. Okay. Maybe it doesn't hook up there. Okay. There we go. Alright, here we go. Alright. Extends a little. Extends a lot. Okay, got that in. I sort of got that in. Bitch. Cooperate. Really? 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 Mother fracker. Okay, there we go. See, got it in there. See that? I don't know if that's just my LCD tripping or my camera tripping, but I'm starting to see weird colors on my camera screen. But there we go. So I got the new one in there. First you want to put the bolts in there by hand. I mean the screws. You know, just to square them up. You know, you don't want to put them in there crooked or whatever. So that's what you do. And, one side is on there better than the other. It's really strange. But whatever. Put that bitch on there. Come on now. Cooperate. I was trying to watch the Texans game, but I'm a fan of the Texans. 42. It was 42-0 last time I checked. That is just documents, man. I mean, I love them as much as the next guy, but come on now. And then the other team, what, the Falcons? They couldn't just give them like a, you know, let them slide or something. Give them mercy. Just don't try to straight out like fucking murder them, you know? Oh, this matches with the teeth. There's some teeth in here you gotta match too, apparently. Just don't know how to fucking match them. Listen to me whine. Everything all at once. I think this is how you do that. I'm serious, bro. This thing is not hooking up. Alright, I'm gonna have to pause this. Need both hands. Alright, y'all, so I got the new one back in. Now, there's a question about the teeth here. The teeth on the unit, well, I'm talking about this thing, were all the way to the left, and this thing, the teeth on the white thing, were all the way to the right. So I centered them, and that locked the door, this thing down. So I hope that's how it goes. I don't know, you might want to remember the way it was when you took it off, because I sure as hell didn't look. I recorded it, but I didn't remember. Now, let's see. Now the next thing we're gonna do is reassemble everything, so bear with me. Okay, when I was doing this, I couldn't do everything all at once because I had to hold this with both hands. But basically, what I did is the replacement clips here. You have to. They're these little orange things that I told you about. The original ones had to break off. So what you got to do is I'm gonna show y'all these little orange clips here. They come in through the other side. You push them in through this side and push them in coming this way. See? So this is the This is the front, the top, and this is the bottom. So what you do is when you put them in from the other side, so it'll look like this over here. Look. The yellow one, see? You see the yellow one? That's the original. So it's the flat top is sticking on the outside, away from you. So I'm gonna open this bag up and show you exactly what I mean. Camera down. Okay, I'm gonna save these because these things are important. So, alright, let's zoom out. Okay, see this? Okay. Now this is what I'm talking about. This is what's backwards to us. See? See, that's backwards to us. And so when we put it in, this side is going to be on that side. And then the rod is going to go in through this side on the other end. See, and it clips in. It's got like a tapered side or something on there, and it clips on and it holds it in place. So that's how that works. Now I got to replace the yellow one that broke. That one, I got to replace that one with an orange one as well. If I had an assistant, I could show you real time, but I don't. So, you know. Or maybe I can do this. Let's see. Let's see that one. I did say that one goes on top, right? Alright. Well, first I gotta take the yellow one off. I'll take the yellow one off first, that'll make it easier for us. Alright, y'all, so here we go. Got the new little clip. And here's the... I'm trying to figure out how to situate this here. Don't mind the music. So... Alright. There goes the hole. That's to put it in the hole. The objective. Let me zoom in a little so you can see exactly what the hell I'm doing here. Alright. See? Oh, this thing would fucking... Come on now. Okay, you see? So, the flat side... Fuck. That's the flat side. Turning it around. And putting it in the hole. Woo! Ladies, watch out now. See? Oh, couldn't see. There it goes. See? Put it in there just like that. So then we get the white cable. White is right. And we get the... I was just joking, by the way. I'm not even white. That was a joke. Don't kill me. Again, this is hard without an assistant. So. Mother. Alright, we're almost there. Okay. Alright, this is not gonna work with one hand. Or at least not my left hand. Alright, there we go. There's a white cable. Take the rod. Son of a bitch. Kill everything. Fucking sake. Ah. Figured out a way to record this while I'm doing it, but it's not working out. Jesus. This is crazy, right? Alright, you know what? Fuck this. I'll come back. The hardest thing about all this is putting everything back together, obviously. Well, the thing that's gonna get in the way is the rod from the door handle. And you're gonna have to like flex this thing in there. This song came in right in cue. You gotta flex the thing right back in there. I put one bolt here to hold it in place to give me wiggle room so I don't have a helping hand to hold it over there. So I put that in there to hold it, and then I'm going to reattach the door handle rod on that gray plastic piece of shit that was giving me a hard time. It's there. You see that? You see that? You see it, right? That I'm gonna rehook that up and pretty much be done. So everything was The installation was a reverse of the removal. I don't know if that makes sense, if I'm saying it right. But since I'm here, I'm gonna put a little grease on this cable to make this thing go up faster in my window. Put some grease on the rods and lines and stuff like that on the rail when the window comes down and stuff. Make it, you know, so my motor will last longer. And but that's for something else. That's not part of this, so you don't have to do that. But anyways, don't put everything back together yet. Test it, make sure it locks, reattach the cable, and then you're done. Tying the bolts back here, and then you're done. So if you have any questions, let me know. And don't forget to put the trim back, this crap here. Like I guess it's for like deadening. And I got this from Amazon, this actuator, so Amazon sent me free stuff. Alright, to recap, so starting to put everything back together. First, before I start putting everything major back together, all the small little parts, I'm going to test this out, make sure it works. But I'm pretty sure it does, because I'm good like that. So I'm just tying this up so it won't fall when I slam the door. Alright. Door closed. Wait. Door closed. Ooh, something fell. Door open. Okay, well that worked. The rod's back in. Oh, I forgot to put this bitch back in there. Alright. Oh, that don't sound right. Oh, that's the light, so don't worry about the light. Alright. Close it. Lock. Here we go. Oh, it locks now. Wasn't locking before. Oh! What power! So it works. Any questions, comments, email, whatever, let me know. You know, leave a comment. I have a blog where I put all my videos there and other stuff, how-tos. I don't always do video. BigOldDFW.com. So just a quick recap. I started off by loosening that big ass panel. Then I took about 5 volts to remove the armrest, right? Then I took all that off. Then it left me with the trim, which is this. Here. This was a trim. Took the trim off. It's on there with sticky stuff. Damn, get off, bitch. And then took that off. And then I disconnected the power. Took off this clip here. Disconnected the power. Disconnected the handle, the door handle from the inside using that gray clip. Then I disconnected the this here, the door handle. I loosened the bolt, 10mm. Take that off, loosened it. I didn't disconnect the door handle bars, okay? I didn't do that. I just loosened it. Loosened the door handle from the door, okay? Pay attention, I did not remove the rods from the door handle, okay? So then I loosened these all the way off, started pushing it that way, and the rods are still there. The yellow one goes on the bottom, the white one goes on top. They're like on a nylon cover or something, so it won't scratch your glass. Got it so I can go over here, took them off, broke the little plastic clips that were on the originally yellow, replaced them with orange clips. Came over here, took the old one out with a T9 screwdriver. Quick recap. And this one's the old one. And it's a T9 screwdriver. Got it from Sears. Got a set. Yes, Sears, send me money. Put everything back together. Put it back together. Put the rods back in first on the actuator block thing. The rod's there. And then scooted it over here. I moved the rod from the door handle on the outside. I moved that rod out of the way so I can scoot this back in. Then I tightened that little bit over there. Well, actually, take that back. Scratch that. I didn't tighten this yet. I ran the rods, hooked them up. Yellow on the bottom, white on top. Put the new clips in there with the tapered side towards the outside of the door. And then ran this thing here. Got it here. Put one screw here to hold it in place. And I just didn't want to give me wiggle room. Then I put the door handle back on, crimped it on there, you know, the little gray connector. It looks like a little box. Put that back on, then put these 3, tying them back up, and then I'm just finish up, and it works. So that's the quick recap, summary, and then watch the full video. So I hope that wasn't confusing. But like I said, if you got a question, let me know. Bye.